Welcome back to the Smokehouse. This is our brand new barbecue shelter. The perfect spot to fire up the Franklin, my friends, and really put some love into the cook. Now the Keith and the girls are out for the next 6 hours. And it is my mission to cook some nice food for them for when they come back. We've got some new rub, we've got a new technique. This could be a game changer. So stick around, take a seat, relax, enjoy, and let's fire up the Franklin. So early on I did say that we're going to be using a brand new rub, and we're going to be using Michlitch, a brand new rub which I have never ever used, from Spokane in Washington. So it'll be interesting to see what this is like, because I do like my salt, and this is actually like a low salt rub, so I'll be fascinated to see what this is like. If it's a little bit healthier and it tastes great, then it could be a winner. So we've got 3 spare ribs here. I'm only going to be cooking up 2 and using a spare one for another cook. Okay, so this is what we're going to be working with today. I need to trim these down a little bit. I'm going to need to do a little slice along here just to take that out. I'm not going to do too much on this. I might just take, there's a little bone here. Just going to take that little edge bone off. I think this bit here is just going to burn. So I'm going to cut to the side of the bone to maximize the meat. Okay, that's one done. And again, you can see this meat here, this flap of meat here. This is just going to burn up in the smoker. So I'm just going to pinch the edge of this bone and cut to the side. So this is a really contentious subject. Do you take the membrane off or keep it on? So I'm actually going to try both today. I'm going to take the membrane off this one, and I'm actually going to score this one, because we know firsthand that all the Texas pitmasters do not take the membrane off because they've got so many ribs to do. So we're going to try it both ways and try to settle the argument. So I'm just going to score this one. I'm going to try to take this off. I've never been very good at taking these membranes off. So as I said earlier, I'm going to be using the Michlitch Rub from Washington. It's got quite a nice peppery, almost like a smoky smell to it as well. Let's do the membrane first. Cool, you can see the paprika in this. This is going to give it a lovely colour. Sides. So it's really nice to see some other states doing barbecue rubs as well. So if you're from a different state that's not renowned for its barbecue, let us know in the comments below and let me know what you use. Nice covering. A little flap here, which I didn't see earlier. Just gonna trim that off. Okay, here we go. So yeah, this rub is smelling really good. Be really interested to see how this rub turns out, and put to bed the do you take off the membrane or not debate. We're gonna let that do its thing for about 10 to 20 minutes, and then we're gonna put this onto the smoker. Okay, so these have been resting for about half an hour. We're going to stick them on the Franklin. We are rocking at 250 degrees and using oak wood, and you can see I've got a water pan here as well. So these are the ribs that I actually scored the membrane. And we're going to push them in, so hopefully they'll bunch up quite nicely. And these are the ribs that I took the membrane off. So we're going to let these gently cook for 3 hours, and then we're going to get on to the next part of this unique cook. Slight change of plan. Now, I don't know if I should have done this or not. We're an hour and a half in, and I wanted to do a spritz. So this is what it looks like after an hour and a half. So we're halfway through the smoke process now. I'm hoping I haven't buggered anything up by spritzing during that smoke process. But as you can see, it's coming along really, really nicely. Beautiful colour. And I'm moving the ribs around to get a consistent cook. Okay, so we're 3 hours into the cook. Let's just take a quick look and see what they're like. Okay, still a bit of a ways to go. Okay, look like it's got a nice colour to it. The bark's starting to set. We're going to start wrapping these up. First up, we're going to have some butter. This is going to be very naughty. Very, very naughty. Going to have some honey. And then we're going to wrap up with some brown sugar. Okay, I think I should have put that on the foil first, but we're just going to switch this over and do the same on top. Get some nice moisture in here. A little bit of honey, some brown sugar. So we're actually going to wrap these up and put them back into the smoker. Wrap them up nice and tight for 2 hours. But what we're going to do differently this time is we're actually going to have the bones pointing up. And because this has had the scored membrane, I'm actually going to do this. So this is going to represent the pork ribs that have got the membrane on, but it's been scored. Put that to one side and get the other one. Again, looking good. You can see the bark starting to form. You can see there's like the cracks starting to appear. Put that on like that. I'm not smelling that much of the rub at the moment. It's smelling quite porky. I'm going to wrap these up again. Nice and compact. And we're going to pop this into the smoker. Ramp up the temperature to about 275 for 2 hours. Okay, so it's been 2 hours. We're just going to check in on those ribs and see what they're doing. This one here is the one with the membrane on, but we scored it. Let's take a little look. So we know there's going to be a lot of juice in this, but the good news is we are going to use some of this juice. So it's looking pretty good. I don't know if it needs a little bit longer actually. You know, it is bending, it is bowing. The bones are starting to come through. I'm going to take a punt and I reckon that's done. So this sauce here, what we've got left over, I'm actually going to pour that into some barbecue sauce that I've got here, which is the Pioneer barbecue sauce from Harrods Cookhouse from Field to Table. So we've got all this yummy, yummy goodness, which we're actually going to put into this sauce. That's going in there. We're just going to give that a little stir. And we're actually going to paint this on the ribs and put it back on the smoker for 1 hour. It's going to be so interesting to see how these ribs turn out. I cannot wait to share this with Nikita and the kids. Well, Alana, not Alyssa, because she's 7 weeks old. Oh, look at this. So you've got a nice bend on them, but they're not coming apart. So I'm just going to paint this barbecue sauce on the top. So this should cook up and have a nice little glaze over the top. That's the plan anyway. And we're going to leave these ribs in here to cook for another hour, rocking at about 250 to 275 degrees Fahrenheit. So what we've got here is the rack of ribs without the membrane, and the reason why we've got that, this is actually a smaller piece. The other rack of ribs was slightly bigger. It wasn't quite done enough, so it's back on the smoker to cook up nicely. So we'll eat this first and then do the taste test with the membrane on. And I do need to say, I'm really happy with that smoke ring.
What'd you think?
2?
3.
3?
Out of how many?
10.
Oh.
Is that good or bad?
Good. I give it a 2 out of 5.
A 2 and a 5.
Okay.
Oh, look at that bite.
Look at that bite.
That's very clean.
Incredibly clean. Really tender. Really tender. Now, the rub is a rub we've not used before, but it's actually got low salt.
Oh, that's good.
You know I like my salt, so...
Now, how to do this? Oh.
It's got a good bite, isn't it?
Clean.
Look, I did a way to a bait.
You did, didn't you?
Daddy, I made a way to a bait.
You did. Now texture, in my opinion, these are probably the best ribs I've done, as in spare ribs.
Yeah, it's good texture.
I think it might need a little bit more salt on it.
You can always add salt, can't you? You
Yeah.
can take it away. I think the flavour's coming out of it nicely. You've got enough rub on there with enough salt in it to have created a nice bark and obviously drawn out a lot of that moisture, otherwise the bark wouldn't happen. These taste good. Taste porky, like you say.
So you can really, really taste the pork, which is good. You can taste the smoke, which is brilliant. I am incredibly happy with the bite and the texture of these ribs.
Mummy, Daddy, which rating do you give it?
Okay, what rating do I give it? This is a tough one actually because you've produced some really good ribs. I'm not sure if the taste is as good as some of the others, and I don't mean to be really critical because I feel really harsh saying this. I don't know if it's the rub that I'm not overly sold on. Like you said, it might need a little bit more salt. It might need something that I'm missing. So I still think they're really, really good. So I'm not going to knock them. So I think on a taste, an 8, but a texture is a 10.
Oh, wow, fantastic. I thought you were going to go lower on the taste. Now, this rub has actually got low salt in it, so it's a bit more of a healthier option. It does reflect it in the taste. I think for me, I probably would like a little bit more salt, but certainly for an option of reduced salt or sodium, it's definitely worth trying out. And Alana's liking them too.
That bone is clean.
These are the ones without the membrane on, okay? So the next one is going to be the ones with the membrane on. For me, marks out of 10. Taste, I'm going to go a 7. You want another one, are you?
Yeah.
I'm going to echo what you said. I think the texture and the way it's been cooked is on point.
It is.
I'm going to go 10 out of that. I always feel a bit weird marking your own sort of stuff.
I put it in myself in my garage.
Got some mac and cheese. Mac and cheese. Is that nice?
It's a bit still hot.
I can taste the membrane a little bit. I'm just going to put some sauce down. Just a little bit of sauce. A little bit of sauce. And try that. That really makes a difference, having some sauce with this. That makes a massive difference with the sauce.
Okay, I couldn't wait any longer.
Try it with the sauce.
I'm doing a confused face, which I'll let you know why in a minute.
It's got a nice little spice to it, that sauce. But it makes a difference, doesn't it? It's got a nice spice to it.
That sauce has, yeah. We'll talk about that sauce in a minute. So with regards to the ribs, the texture is there as well. I mean, the fact that the bone just pulls out, they obviously have a different texture, but I still quite like that texture. It's not like you're getting mushy meat. The texture is a good 9.5. So maybe that membrane is keeping it all together, but allowing the meat to be a little bit more tender and letting it fall off the bone. I don't know. You'll have to let us know, you know, the science behind this. But the taste on this one, yeah, definitely better. So I am going to give the taste on this one a 9.5 as well. So 9.5 for texture and for taste. This barbecue sauce, I like it. I like the zing, the zang, the tang, the little spicy, cheeky element that it's got behind it. With this as well, it's a good 10.
I'm going to have exactly the same scores. Exactly the same scores. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.
My head and nose.
Subscribe by head and nose. And all that leaves this little British family to say is...
Take care. God bless. I'll see you in the video.